So we've gotten quite a bit of information on Borderlands 4, and in today's video, I'm going to go over everything we know from the trailers, the concept art we just got, as well as the full panel from PAX. I did a deep dive into all of this. I'm extremely excited, just as I'm sure most of you guys are. I'm going to give you guys the baseline of what came out of this panel, as well as my opinions and what I think is actually going to come from Borderlands 4, based off of what they're telling us. So first off, as we know, Borderlands 4 is going to come directly after the ending of Borderlands 3, when Lilith teleports the moon to save Pandora, so Pandora doesn't blow up into a fiery explosion. Borderlands trailer shows us this. The moon gets teleported to the 6 galaxies, which is in the same universe as we're used to, but this is going to be a patch of space that no one has seen in a long time. The people know about it, but they have not seen it in a long time. This is going to be a key part to later on with the concept art and what they told us from the panel. This is the most interesting thing about this title that I'm excited for. This planet has been hidden from the universe for such a long time. It's brand new. The characters and the story is going to revolve around this new space, this new area in time. As we can see, the veil is being shattered. Basically, what I get out of this is there was a veil between where Pandora was in the universe versus where this new planet is, and this veil has now been shattered and broken, and everything is colliding together. A huge emphasis, as you see in the trailer, is a lot of meteors are coming after the explosion of Elpis, and they're raining down onto this planet. They did say that this is going to be a big part of the story, and what I honestly think that this means is the new planet that we're going to go to is going to be heavily impacted by this collision. It's going to be a planet that we haven't seen, that a lot of people haven't been to in a long time, and the inhabitants on this planet, as you can see, there's a city, there's a town there. They even talk about it in the panel. It's a heavy teaser. They're saying it's a heavy clue to see what we're going to get into. And in the concept art, they really touched on the idea that these 4 pieces of concept art really have a lot of information to it. And we're going into this sci-fi style. And I think this new planet that we're going to be going to, that we see in the trailer, is going to be way above us in technology. It's going to be very sci-fi oriented. It's almost going to be cyberpunk style, with all these different holographic projections coming about, whether it's from merchant shops. You can see the Lotus above the building right there. So I think we're really going to get introduced to a completely new era of Borderlands when it comes to this title, because I think we're going to be basically jumping generations in technology, and generations we're going to be encountering different species. We're going to be encountering a completely new planet with new characters that we've never seen before. They don't really know who we are. Maybe they've heard tales and myths of these vault hunters and these vaults, but we're going to be introduced to a planet that I believe is going to be way more advanced technologically than any planet we've ever been to. And this is the most exciting thing that I think is going to come out of Borderlands 4. They're really pressing this idea. It's going to be sci-fi, it's going to be wasteland, it's going to be post-apocalyptic, but there's going to be a lot of high tech in there. They even talk about how their weaponry is going to be more expansive because of this high tech that they're going to be offering. Now, as we know, there's going to be 4 new vault hunters. The beauty of this is not only the vault hunters going to be more diverse than we've ever seen, but they really press the idea that these characters are going to be a heavy influence. We're going back to these vault hunters are the heroes. We are the center of the story. We're going to be in cutscenes more often. We're really going to feel the impact that our character is having as the hero in this new story for Borderlands 4. And it's exciting to see that, because in Borderlands 3, you don't see your character all that often in cutscenes. You see other vault hunters, but you don't see your actual character interacting. You see it from a first-person perspective for the most part. So it's going to be good to see how our character has independent dialogue that's going to affect the different cutscenes. And when you play the 4 different characters, it's going to be different across the board. We're going to have a heavy influence, and the story is going to revolve around us as a player, us as the vault hunters. Super interesting to see that. They also talk about how the world is going to be extremely reactive and grounded. There's going to be heavy immersion with this story, with the worlds that they're building, more depth to its tone. As we know, there's a lot of jokes in Borderlands. I honestly am not a fan of them. Not that I don't like them, but they don't generally make me laugh. But that's kind of what they get off of. You know, in the panel, they talk about how all these jokes land, but they're joking about it. They know these jokes are just, you know, silly and goofy, and that's just part of the Borderlands charm. But they really want to bring back a more immersive, grounded, reactive feeling to this world. One of the developers even says you can basically kill off anything. I don't know if that's actually a clue or a little teaser to how the world's going to be, but he says you can kill everything and anything. So it's kind of interesting how this complexity of all these different tones are going to be involved in the new Borderlands series. I'm excited to see it. We also know that it's going to be sci-fi. It's going to be a lot lot huger, and it's going to play into the new game's tone with just the way the worlds are going to be, the characters, and what we're going to see. So I'm extremely excited about Borderlands 4. I don't know about you guys. This is the inception of my channel. With Wonderlands coming out, I've made videos, and that's how my YouTube channel started. I made a video one night. It did decently well, and I really wanted to do YouTube. And, you know, I kind of ventured away and did other things, but at the end of the day, a looter shooter, especially Borderlands, has been like the bread and butter for me when it comes to gaming since I was a young child, and I just love those games. I know you guys are still looking for my Moe's playthrough. We're going to be jumping back in there. Let me know what you guys think of Borderlands 4. Are you guys excited about it? I think they're going to absolutely blow us out of the water with this. I think, you know, there's a lot of skeptical people. They're saying this is the end of the franchise, the end of Gearbox, the end of Borderlands. I highly disagree. As we know, this title has been in development for 6+ years, and I really think they're going to bring a lot to the table, especially when they have this change of tone. I think this is going to be very impactful for the title itself, because I think it's also going to introduce a lot of players who might have been turned off by the franchise for specific reasons. I think this more immersive tone, or the characters being the center of the story, as well as this sci-fi, cyberpunk, more complexity, as well as more meaning to the worlds and the stories of everyone we're going to encounter. I'm just excited about it. I don't know. I could sit here and talk about Borderlands 4 all day. We know that within the coming weeks, the coming months, we're going to get more teasers. So be sure to subscribe to the channel for all things Borderlands. I'm going to just jump back into this game, and I want to grind it out, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have not played Arms Race. I've not played Arms Race. I don't know what the heck I've been doing, but I'm going on a tangent now, but I'm just excited, guys. Let me know down in the comments below. Are you guys ready for this? Let me know what you think of Borderlands 4. Are you ready? Are you skeptical? I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. And as always, stay happy, stay hyped, and have a beautiful day.